All right, PreCal, let's take a look at this question here. This is just stemming from the rules of condensing that we discussed earlier. So here's a quick snapshot of what we talked about. If you need a more detailed examination of these rules, please refer back to the previous video. Okay. All right, so addition means we're going to multiply the arguments. So we have log base 3, 3x minus 4 times 4x minus 5 equals 0. Then, as always, we just claw. So 3 to the 0 equals quantity 3x minus 4 times 4x minus 5. Now, this is a more complicated case than the previous example in the sense that we're going to have to FOIL in order to see the final solution. So 3 to the 0 is going to be 1. We FOIL this, we're going to get 12x squared minus 15x minus 16x plus 20. When I combine like terms, it's 12x squared minus 31x plus 20. And then we will subtract 1. So very, very important when you see a trinomial, the goal should be to isolate to get the equation equal to 0. And so there we have it. That's what we've done. Now this looks pretty nasty. So we're gonna do our best that what we can with it. So what I'm gonna do is, and you remember you can always use. This actually turns out to be factorable, but you can always use. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it this way, and then I'll just cut and paste the notes so you can see what it is. Because I'm tempted, if I was working on this, I would look at this and think, I don't know how much I want to guess and check with this. You can always use the quadratic formula. Now, I was tempted to use the quadratic formula, but I'm looking at 31 squared, and I'm like, I don't want to play with it. So now I am going to go back to factoring. Okay. So we're going to have, I'm going to try 12x in x, and 1 in 19. No, I have to do 19 and 1. Okay, so let's discuss my thought process. Why does it have to be 19 and 1? Because 12 times 19 is going to be too much, right? So it has to work out that way. Via foiling, we'll go negative, negative, and that'll give me a positive in the back. There we go. So this actually ends up working out. So we have 0 equals 12x minus 19, and then x minus 1 equals 0. We'll solve these. We'll get x to be 19 over 12, and the other one's x equals 1. Now, with these two values, remember, do not assume that that's it. You're done. You have to go back and you have to see, hey, what happens when I plug in the value? So I'm going to start with 1 because that's easier. 1, this is going to be 3 minus 4. 3 minus 4 is a negative response. The argument can never be negative, so this is incorrect. And 19 over 12, which I know is, well, 19 over 12. So if we do this, 3 goes into 12 4 times. So this is 19 over 4. Well, 20 over 4 is 5, so this is 4 and a little bit, which means this is positive. Over here we have 4 times 19 over 12. These divide out, and this gives me 3. And 12 divided by 3 is 4. Oh, that's a 19. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, 4 goes into 12 3 times. So 19 divided by 3, well, 6 times 3 rather is 18. So this is 6 and 1/3. Minus 5 means it's still positive. And so that's the only one that's going to work. So this is my only answer. So there you have it. You can always quadratic formula if you're worried. Though, like I said, this quadratic formula is going to be nasty because you're going to get a really big number. But it does work as well. Okay. So I hope that this makes sense. Wasn't too bad. And I'll see you guys in the next math video.